What if a machine knew tomorrow's headlines before any reporter did? What if a hidden system watched every post, every trade, every crowd movement, and pieced together secrets about your city, your job, and even your health before you knew anything was wrong? You might think this is the plot of a Hollywood thriller, but it's not fiction anymore. Right now, the world's most powerful governments, banks, and secret agencies run predictive artificial intelligence. AIs trained to scan our chaotic human world and forecast the next big shock. This is more than weather forecasts. These systems predict pandemics, riots, wars, economic meltdowns, even supply chain chaos months before you feel it at the grocery store. And yet, most people have never heard of them. So today, buckle up. Because for the next hour, I'm pulling back the curtain on how these hidden AIs see the future, how they work, who controls them, and why you may never look at tomorrow the same way again. First, let's start at the beginning. The ancient dream of predicting the future. For centuries, humans worshipped oracles and prophets. Kings paid fortunes to astrologers. People read the stars, sacrificed animals, and built entire religions around peeking behind the curtain of time. But as civilizations modernized, mystics were replaced by mathematicians. In the 20th century, think tanks used game theory and economic modeling to guess the odds of war and market crashes. It helped, a little. But humans still missed the big shocks. The Great Depression, World War II, the fall of the USSR. Then came the data age. In the early 2000s, after devastating terror attacks and global financial shocks, the question turned deadly serious. Could massive amounts of data feed machines that see disasters coming before humans can? Billions were poured into surveillance, cyber intelligence, and primitive pattern recognition programs. It worked, sort of. False alarms were everywhere. Real threats slipped through. But in the last decade, deep learning and natural language processing changed the game. Suddenly, computers didn't just search for keywords like attack or virus. They could read context, sense tone, and link clues from a million places at once. This gave birth to what some insiders call the Global Early Warning Grid, a loosely connected web of predictive AIs used by multiple countries, big corporations, health organizations, and intelligence agencies. This grid is so vast it quietly touches your life every day, and you probably don't even know it. So how does it actually work? Let's break it down! Imagine a swarm of superpowered detectives watching everything. Language AIs scanning every tweet, news report, and message board in dozens of languages, looking for sudden shifts in what people are saying. Sentiment AIs tracking emotional tone. Are people angry, scared, confused? Visual AIs analyzing satellite images. Are military trucks gathering near a border? Are ports unusually empty? Are forests drying out? Health AIs cross-referencing hospital admissions, pharmacy sales, Google searches for flu symptoms. Economic AIs tracking shipping routes, unusual credit card transactions, and commodity stockpiles. Each piece alone is noise. Together, they reveal patterns that no human can see. And once these machines detect enough signals, they run them through huge models trained on past crises. That's when the machine whispers, "Hey, something's about to blow up here." Maybe not today, but soon. Does it actually work? Let's see some real examples. One of the biggest success stories came from a startup called Blue Dot. In late 2019, Blue Dot's AI noticed a cluster of unusual pneumonia cases in Wuhan, China. It cross-checked airline data and flagged a warning that the disease might go global. 9 days later, the World Health Organization issued its first COVID bulletin. But Blue Dot's clients, including some governments and airlines, had a week's head start. Another case, financial giant JP Morgan's predictive unit spotted signals that global shipping was slowing down before the 2021 supply chain crisis that caused store shortages worldwide. Or DARPA's Deep Future project, little known outside military circles, that spotted rising unrest in Libya and Syria before the Arab Spring revolutions shocked the world. These systems don't always get it perfectly right, but they are right often enough to terrify some experts. Who actually uses this tech today? It's a club with very selective membership. Governments, national security agencies scan for potential coups, uprisings, or terror plots. Health ministries track emerging diseases before they hit the news. Border forces watch migration patterns weeks ahead. Banks and hedge funds. They pay tens of millions for prediction feeds that can flag a bubble about to burst. They adjust investments faster than average traders can even read the news. Corporations. Big manufacturers use it to predict supply shocks. Retail giants use it to forecast demand spikes. NGOs and aid groups. Some humanitarian orgs quietly tap prediction networks to prepare food drops or vaccines before a crisis officially exists. The common thread? Those with prediction power have a huge advantage over everyone else. But what about regular people? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Prediction AIs could help everyone prepare for trouble, but they almost never do. Why? Because governments fear panic. Banks fear losing an edge. Corporations fear stock prices dropping if bad predictions leak. So the public usually learns the truth too late. Imagine how different COVID would have been if every household got an automated text in January 2020. Buy masks, cancel flights, stay home. Prediction isn't just about forecasting disasters, it's about deciding who gets the warning in time to act. All right, so what's the catch? Prediction sounds amazing, but it comes with dangerous side effects. First, accuracy is not certainty. A machine might say 80% chance of protests in City X, but maybe the protest leader changes plans. Maybe the weather ruins turnout. Or maybe the government uses the prediction to arrest organizers ahead of time, killing the protest before it happens. So prediction can become prevention, but not always in good ways. This is called predictive suppression. Governments that fear dissent can shut it down before it begins, not by solving the cause, but by smothering the spark. This is happening in real life in some authoritarian countries. Activists vanish, online movements get infiltrated, and the public never knows how close they came to change. Then there's the financial side. Prediction gives huge power to the rich. If a hedge fund knows a market will dip next month, they can bet big and profit, while average investors lose savings overnight. This deepens the wealth gap. Insiders win, outsiders lose. It's the ultimate version of the house always wins. And don't forget self-fulfilling prophecies. If people hear a rumor that a bank might fail, they rush to withdraw money, and their panic causes the collapse the AI was only guessing at. If an AI predicts food shortages, farmers might hoard crops, driving up prices. So sometimes prediction doesn't just describe the future, it creates it. Next up, individual prediction, the creepiest frontier. Some cities test predictive policing, scanning people's backgrounds, social ties, and behaviors to rate them as likely criminals. Chicago's Heat List infamously labeled thousands of young men as future shooting victims or shooters. Critics say it amplified bias, got people harassed by police, and didn't cut crime. But companies still pitch predictive surveillance worldwide, to airports, schools, and even HR departments. Imagine being rejected for a job because an algorithm thinks you might cause trouble. Sound unfair? It's happening. Let's switch gears. What good can prediction do? Plenty if used ethically. When Blue Dot flagged COVID, some airlines quietly changed routes. That saved lives. Some aid groups use prediction to stockpile food before drought hits a village. Scientists use climate prediction models to warn coastal cities about rising flood risks. Energy grids use prediction to balance power loads and prevent blackouts. In Japan, AI forecasts earthquakes seconds before tremors hit, giving millions precious moments to brace or evacuate. The good is real, when the goal is to help everyone, not just a few. So what does the future hold? Prediction AIs are getting more powerful each year. Faster processors, more training data, better language understanding, tighter integration with drones and satellites. Some futurists believe we'll soon see planet-scale prediction engines. These could estimate mass migrations decades ahead due to climate change, pinpoint conflict flashpoints, or detect new pandemics before they jump from animals to humans. But the big question is, who controls this godlike foresight? If prediction power is locked behind government firewalls or corporate paywalls, it becomes a tool of inequality. If open to everyone, it might cause panic or misuse. Imagine criminals using prediction feeds to plan robberies when police coverage is weakest, or terrorists gaming the system to strike when defenses are down. There's no perfect answer. So what can ordinary people do? First, get informed. Know this tech exists. It's real, not sci-fi. Second, demand transparency. Some countries are passing algorithm accountability laws, so AIs that affect public life can't be total black boxes. Third, push for ethical use. Prediction should protect lives, not just profits or power. Finally, remember, a prediction is not destiny. It's a warning. Humans still have free will, at least for now. In the end, here's the deepest question. If a machine whispers the future, do we listen? Do we change our actions? Or do we doubt it until it's too late? Do we build trust in the AI, or become slaves to it? This is the real power of prediction, not to control the future, but to force us to confront our choices before tomorrow arrives. Now I want to hear from you. Would you want a global AI that warns you about the next big threat? Or would knowing tomorrow's secrets ruin today's peace of mind? Type your answer below, and let's debate. Are we ready for a world that sees the future?